Hello everybody, I'm Miss Laura and it's time for December's Guided Art Workshop. This month we are going to be making sculptures out of soap. In your craft kits, you don't have much this month. You've got some soap and you've got a craft stick. You'll also want something to carve on, some newspaper, a paper plate, something that will hold all of the soap flakes that you're going to be carving away from your bar of soap. That's all that you need to make a really cool sculpture. We're going to get started. We're going to be joined by a special guest this month. She won't be carving on screen, but she will be showing up to let you know how her artwork is going every once in a while during the video. And that is Laura the Librarian. Okay, so we have our soap and we have our craft stick. Now you can't see it in the video very well until I bring it up close, but this soap has a name on it. The first thing we're going to do is use our craft stick to scrape that off so we've got a smooth surface on both sides. You want to scrape gently with your craft stick. And that's what we're going to be doing the whole time, just scraping. Some people, the temptation is always to take your stick and kind of chop away at the bar of soap, but that can lead to it cracking where you don't want it to crack. No gouging. All right, now that the bar of soap is smooth, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to carve. And I actually did that already. And I cut out a little piece of paper the size of my soap bar and drew on it. So I drew a butterfly. You might notice that my butterfly is pretty simple. It doesn't have any fine details like antenna or legs. That's because those are incredibly hard to carve out of soap, or probably at all. And I'm not at that level yet. So I'm going to use this to keep in mind what my sculpture is going to look like. I'm going to kind of trace in my soap bar just a little bit what the outline of my butterfly is going to look like, just to give me a guide. Okay, so you can see my butterfly tracing isn't perfect, but that's okay. It's going to be a guide. I need to scrape away all of that stuff outside the line to leave my butterfly in there. And remember, we don't want to just grab the craft stick and push it until the soap bar cracks and breaks, because then my butterfly's wings are probably going to break, and I don't want that. So I'll start scraping away.
Can you use a knife with your parents' supervision?
Plastic knives work best on the soap, actually.
Plastic knives, awesome.
Yeah. Toothpicks are also pretty good for doing surface details. So sometimes you get a little bit lost in your carving. Right now, I'm looking at it to figure out which was my top of my butterfly and which was the bottom of my butterfly. And you know what? I'm not sure it completely matters, because I can do whatever I want with my bar of soap. That's what art is. So now I've got the shape of my carving pretty much figured out. You can see it's got wings, it's got a body. I could leave it like this if I wanted to be done, or I could start carving it to make it a little bit more realistic in 3 dimensions. So I think I will. I'll make my wings a little bit shallower and keep the body kind of the same, round it out a bit more, and then we'll see how it goes. Remember, you can always take away parts of your sculpture, but it's difficult to add them back on. I'm trying to do a 3D effect where the body is kind of round. I'm not sure how well it's going, but I'm gonna keep trying.
I'm making Abraham Lincoln. It's not going super well.
It's got a hat. Look at the hat.
I definitely made a hat.
Yes, there's a hat, and it's shaping up. It's gonna look like a person.
I hope so.
Maybe not Abe Lincoln, but it's gonna look like a person.
Person, yes or no?
I'm pretty sure this butterfly's body is narrower on the top than the bottom. Yep.
I have a hard time flying.
So here what I'm doing is carving lines with my craft stick and then smoothing them out using my thumb, which makes it a little more kind of blurred and smooth than the sharp cut that the craft stick makes. Okay, so my butterfly is done. Now, one thing you can do is make a second sculpture with all of these. If you squish up all your little soap flakes and rub them around in your hands a little bit, they'll start to stick together more, and you can make them into a ball, a snowman, anything that you can manage to make it stick. All right, hi! We are done with our artwork now, and hopefully you are too. Here's my butterfly.
It's so pretty.
Thank you.
This is Abraham Lincoln.
Yours is so detailed. I love how you've got the different, like the facial depressions.
I tried to give him a profile.
Yes, you definitely have given him a profile. All right. Thank you for following along on this video. We would love to see your artwork. You can always post it in the comments here or email it to youthservices@monroepubliclibrary.org. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.